Oh, welcome to Old Nerd Reads The Twilight Zone from IDW Comics. This just came out, late last year, early this year? I'm not sure exactly. Copyright 2026, so I guess this all came out this year. Um, I am a big Francesco Francavilla fan. He is a comic book artist. He did all these covers. They're supposed to be interlocking, but I only see two that interlock. These are the only two really that interlock. But supposedly they're all interlocking covers. But he did all these covers, and it's just basically got the words to Rod Serling's intros to the Twilight Zone TV show on each cover until you get to the fifth issue, where it's the title's on there because it leads up to it. Francesco Francavilla. What has he done? He did a little bit of Batman. I don't know, 10, 15 years ago now, probably more than that. He did a series for Dark Horse called The Black Beetle, and it was kind of a pulp noir, early superhero series. It was just a limited series. It was only like 4 issues, and then maybe like a story in like Dark Horse Presents. He didn't do a lot, but that was really great. It's called The Black Beetle. I recommend looking it up if you like the old pulp noir, like The Shadow, or that sort of thing. The old crime fighters. It was good. I really liked it, and he's done a bunch of other things here and there over the years. He isn't very prolific. He doesn't do a lot, but he did all the covers for the first 5 issues of this series, and then he and I believe his wife did this 5th issue. His wife wrote it, and he drew it. And so let's give you an example of his art here, other than the covers. So this one is titled Silent Warning, and it's pretty cool. It's about this lady that studies sound. She's a scientist, and this is back in shortly after World War II, I guess, or during the Cold War. She's chosen by the military, the U.S. military, to be part of the team that investigates a meteorite that crashed into the ocean, and it's on the ocean floor, and it's emitting sound waves. So she's brought onto the team to check out what the sound waves mean. A lot of the rest of the team doesn't really take her seriously, but nonetheless, she is pretty much the only one who's really understanding what's going on with this meteorite. The other guys suit up, go on a dive, go out to get to the meteorite on the ocean floor, and they're chased off by these monster devilfish. But then, as she's listening to the sound waves, it basically like enchants her, takes over her mind, and she leaves the divers. And the meteorite grows tentacles. A little bit of Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft going on here, but yeah, and it turns her into this monster at the end. Cool stuff. I enjoy Francesco Francavilla. He's a great storyteller, great artist. And each one of these other 4 issues was done by a different team. This one, called The Relic, was done by James Stocco, who I've heard of, but I'm not familiar with any of his work. He's very detailed. His art is very detailed. I'll give you a look at it here. This story is about, it seems like it starts off like it's in the past, like feudal warlords, different civilizations battling each other, but you come to find out that this one civilization is guarding a museum from our time. So this is in the far-flung future after a devastating world war or cataclysmic event that ruined civilization. And this one civilization is like the guardian of this old ancient museum, It has all kinds of pop culture, and they at the end we find out that they believe God is this cola, this brand of cola. It's called Beat Cola. So that one was kind of fun. This one is by Tom Scioli. I'm not sure how you pronounce that last name. World of Your Wildest Dreams. He's got an interesting art style as well. This is like a 1950s sci-fi story. These interplanetary explorers land on a planet that has similar conditions to Earth, so they're able to go out onto the planet and explore it without spacesuits. And it turns out there's aliens on this planet that are basically psychoanalysts, and they're to help any species that lands on their planet. Like they're like an intergalactic psychologist's office. So they help you dig down into your darkest fear and overcome it. Pretty interesting story there. Is this the first? Yeah, this is the first issue. And this one is by Dan Waters and Morgan Beam. I'm not familiar with them, but this was a cool one. This is a remote island where we are, where some scientists are studying how to heal people and prolong death. So, or prolong life, ward off death. And this rich investor wants to force them to use their new untested serum on them, and chaos ensues. Here is issue number 4 by Nate Powell, called False Bottom. This is a brother, sister, and the sister's husband going out on a little houseboat to celebrate the brother's new job or something like that. And the brother and the sister are twins, and they don't get along very well. But this ends up being like a psychological help. The boat has magical properties. There's a hole in the bottom of the boat that leads to like an alternate dimension. So this is another good one. This guy's pretty good. His artwork is pretty good. Story is pretty good. Here's some of the alternate covers. Here's the cover by the writer artist. But yeah, this was a good series. I also got number 6. I got all these on eBay, a seller on eBay. I wanted all the Francesco Francavilla covers, and this one, number 6, is not by him, although it looked like it could have been. But this is the 6th issue, and I don't know if this series continues on or not. I don't know if it goes beyond issue number 6. They've done Twilight Zone comic series a lot over the years. There's been several just recently, and I don't think they last really long, but they keep coming back. This one was quite good. I think this one was one of my favorites, actually, by writer artist Nicole Go. I think that's how you say Gous, Go. But it's just about a girl who feels purposeless, has no ambition to get out of bed. She has a friend who's a mother and suggests to her that to feel purpose, you need to have children. You need to have a reason to get up in the morning, get out of bed. And the girl doesn't really believe her, but she decides that she's going to try one of these like online meal kits that you can get. There's a popular one. I can't think of the name of it right now, but basically they deliver meals to you. It's like a subscription service, so you don't ever have to cook. Everything's prepared. So she gets one. She orders one, and it comes with this root potato type thing is in the box, and she just sets it aside like it hasn't been cut up. It's everything's supposed to be ready to eat, and this hasn't even been peeled, cut up, or nothing. So she sets it aside, but and then finally she decides to plant it, and it becomes like a baby. It becomes like a living baby, and this ends up giving her purpose. She ends up feeling like she has a purpose in life with this little unreal. what do you call it? What is that called? It's like an old witchcraft thing where, what is the root that you can, the name escapes me right now, just like every other thing, I swear. I can't remember anything anymore. Mandrake, is that it? Mandrake root? Yeah, mandrake root. And I think uh, the old adage is like you stick mandrake root under your bed at night, and it will become like a baby. It will become like a living thing and grow. And that's kind of the idea here. But it gives the girl purpose. It gives her a reason to get up in the morning. She needed something to get her out of bed, and having her own little baby life form was it. But yeah, this is pretty good series for new comics. I'm not usually big into new comics, but these have been pretty good. And some of the ads in the back of these IDW comics for some of their other stuff look pretty interesting as well. Like here's a Rocketeer story based on a an unused outline by Dave Stevens, who created the Rocketeer. I might have to look into that. That looks pretty good. But yeah, I don't usually pick up anything from IDW, but I might look into them a little bit more now after reading this series. It was pretty high quality, I would say. Based on my my very little dabbling into new modern comics, which almost always end in disappointment. This was actually pretty good, comparably. So I'm going to look into IDW a little bit more and see what I find. Anyway, if you're a Twilight Zone fan, I think you'll like this. I think they did a pretty good job uh, doing their take on the Twilight Zone. So if you like it, go get it. And if you like this video, please subscribe or share it with somebody you think would like it. I would really appreciate that. Comment down below with all your Twilight Zone memories, and drop me a like. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.